My name is Noor Al-Katami. Today I'm going to show you a three ways method of finding the greatest common factor of 16, 24, and 36. So looking at the numbers, 16, 1 times 16 gives us 16, 2 times 8 gives us 16, and 4 times 4 gives us 16. For 24, 1 times 24 gives us 24, 2 times 12 gives us 24, 3 times 8 gives us 24, and 4 times 6 gives us 24. For 36, 1 times 36 gives us 36, 2 times 18 gives us 36, 3 times 12 gives us 36, 4 times 9 gives us 36, and 6 times 6 gives us 36. So after finding the numbers, we look at the greatest common between all of them, and we see that 4 is the greatest common number. So now we have a second way of finding the factors, which is the prime factor. For 16, 1 times 16 gives us 16, and then we find the common factors for 16, which is 4 times 4, and then we find the factors for 4 and 4, which is 2 times 2 and 2 times 2. So now the 24 is 1 times 24 is 24, and then we find the factors for 24, which is 4 times 6, and the factor for 4 is 2 times 2, and the 6 is 2 times 3. For 36, 1 times 36 gives us 36, and 36 is 4 times 9, and 4 times 9 gives us 2 and 2, and 9 gives us 3 and 3. So now we select all the prime numbers and multiply them by 1. So 1 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives us 16. And 24 is 1 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 gives us 24. For 36 is 1 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 gives us 36. Multiply them, 1 times 2 times 2, and that will be 4. So now we have the third way, is the ladder method, which we have to find a common number that divides into all these numbers. Starting with 2, we see that 16 divided by 2 is 8, 24 divided by 2 is 12, 32 divided by 2 is 18. So 2 works. So now we do the same method again, the same step again, to see if it works. Starting with 2, 8 divided by 2 is 4, 12 divided by 2 is 6, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So now we try to divide these numbers into 2. We see that 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 2, but 9 divided by 2 doesn't work. We try 3, 4 divided by 3, we see that it doesn't work. So the common numbers is 2 times 2, which gives us 4. So now we're going to use 3 different methods to subtract 34 from 18. 34 divided subtracting 18 from it. First we take the tens, which is 34 minus 10 is 24, and then we take the ones, which is 24 minus 8. So now we see that we have to borrow. So 24 minus 8, we have to borrow from the 2, which is 14 minus 8 will be 6, and then we're left with 1. So the answer will be 16. So the second way of subtracting 34 minus 18 is the Singapore method. We look at the ones, we see the greatest number, and that'll be 8. So 34 minus 8 is 26, and 18 minus 8 gives us 10. So 26 minus 10 is 16, and that's going to be the answer. So now the last method is counting up. We're going to take 34 and 18 and turn it to decimal, and that gives us 34 minus 1.8. So now we take the 1.8 and add numbers to it to get us to 3.4. So to make a 1.8 a whole number, we add a 0.2, and that's going to be 2. And then we add 1 to 2, and that gives us 3. And we add 0.4 to 3 to get us to 3.4, and that's going to be 3.4. So now we take all the numbers that we added to the original numbers that got us to 3.4, which is 0.2 plus 1 plus 0.4, and that gives us 1.6, and that's going to be the answer. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good day.